I don't think it's a garbage beat. I'm very happy in my skin being a Bollywood reporter, an entertainment reporter. Lena doesn't feel, who's the main protagonist of the book, she doesn't feel it's the garbage beat. It's just a tag which is hurled at her. Here, ye to entertainment hai. De do 1 minute. I'm sure all of us have gone through that sort of a thing. I mean, you spend your whole days sort of, pursuing your stars, getting through. What is, I mean, it could be a zit in this whole ecosystem of news, where incredibly important things are happening every day of incredible. That used to sort of bother me. Also, I won't take the name of the person, but I was actually told this, Richa, that news is like food. So you have political journalists, that's the main food, that's the essential food. You have sports and business, which could be the health food, and then you have, burger and pizza and coke. It's spicy and tasty and everything, but doesn't give you real nutrition. That is your beat. That is entertainment beat. It doesn't give you any real nutrition. Of course, I told him at that time that one man's garbage could be another man's food.
A number of years, and Kareena, you've been an actor in Bollywood. What I find what is of interest, of course, is that while you are, so you've seen your father, then you've seen your uncles. How has their life changed, and how has your life changed in the past few years, given that entertainment as journalism has really grown by leaps and bounds? For instance, I'm sure when you were starting out, or for that matter, your sister, right? You would have friends who are journalists. You would share gossip. You would talk about your co-stars. Can you not do that anymore because there's just too many of us now?
Obviously, firstly, I'd like to congratulate the topic, which, normally books are always about the stars, what they did, whether it's an autobiography about kaisi ji jati hai. But those books are boring because, nobody really wants to know, because who knows if it's the truth or not. But to know about somebody who's actually even makes the stars, because every star wants to be heard, everyone wants to give an interview. But nobody knows about the struggle that the interviewer actually goes through. So I'm really happy that you've come out with this book. And coming back to Mayank's question, 12 years back, there used to be limited number of, channels, TV reporting, even magazines. Tabloids were not even there. I think there was just one film daily, which was the Screen Weekly that used to come in. My only regret and my only answer to this question would be that today there is no relationship left between a journalist and a star. Because there are 25 channels, there are 25 tabloids, there are 25 news, magazines. Every star is on a cover of a magazine. It's no big deal to be, on a cover. I miss a relationship like how I've had built relationships with 2-3 journalists who are now writers of my own movies. And we would chat over an interview, and the interview would not happen, and we would just be chatting. And he'd get to know the kind of person I am, and he would write that out. But I think today there's no time, nobody has time. There are parties, everybody just wants a bite. Please, ये कह दो, क्या हो रहा है, कहाँ जा रहे हैं आप holiday के लिए? अरे मगर उससे क्या लेना देना? But why? Nobody wants to know what I really am. Gone are the days where, probably me and there was a journalist for G Magazine, Ryan Stephen. We would sit and talk for hours over coffee in Film City and Filmistan. And he would be like, no, I've figured out what kind of girl you are. I know what to write in my interview. And it would be beautiful. We would talk about so many other things apart from even other movie stars. But like I said, today, I don't think even the journalist or the interviewer has time to sit and talk to me. And also that value is not there anymore, because I guess 25 journalists, 25 channels, who can you trust? It's pretty crazy. So Garbage Beat is actually quite a fun title, because so many people today, we don't know whether it is garbage or whether it's not. We really don't know. But I'm happy that she's written a book where you can actually open up and read her side of the story on what it's like to be a journalist and get an interview of a star. But I wish we would have more of a relationship rather than just wanting to know where me and Saif are going on a honeymoon.
Take us through the life of a journalist, because that's really what the book is about. almost as someone who needs to be pushed around, to shove a mic down someone's throat. I know why you're doing it because you also enjoy it, but can it hurt you at some point?
For entertainment reporter, I'm very happy. I think that no other profession would be as encouraging, as tolerant, allows us to be as irreverent, as liberal as this profession, right? Having said that, it's a war zone. We all 10 years, lots has changed. Let's just say, I mean, the demand for entertainment reportage, entertainment news for every segment has increased, has gone through the roof, and so the clock is always ticking. It's always ticking, right? I mean, your stories need to reach your editor in time for every bulletin, so the clock is always ticking. You really need to be on air first, married and published, right? So that's there always at the back of your mind. But you know, there are certain other the sort of skills which you now require to go through this whole logistic nightmare of getting your exclusives, etc., getting your story on air. That has really become very, very, what should I say? It's become very, very tough. It's a nightmare now. Because you need to not be scared getting your hands dirty, right? I mean, you have to understand that you are interviewing the stars, you are interviewing the celebrities, you're not the star, your story is the star. So that beats it out of you in the beginning, you know, all the pretensions, etc. I mean, you can be interviewing Kareena Kapoor Khan, you can be interviewing Shah Rukh Khan, you can be interviewing anyone, but you still have to physically get your tape to the OB van, uplink it, talk to your editor, see that the story is there, you have to write your scripts over the phone, and all the time you are at a location, you know, which could be a party, right? I mean, everyone is having a blast except you, it's a party. But I have never had a blast for the last 10 years. I'm always fluttering, I'm always running, you know, getting response by, I've never had a party, right? So everyone is having a good time, but you're only worried that aapka tape, aapka story, has it reached your editor? Is it being run properly? Are the supers right? Is the story on air? Things like that. And you know, you also have to worry about the whole technical aspect of it. Sometimes the tapes are not okay. Of course, that always happens. Because once that really goes, then it's like trying to hold together a pack of calling cards, right? There are two other aspects which are very, very important. The sort of competition you have to face now, as Kareena said, that we have 40-50 channels. Reporters who are competing with you are younger, aggressive, more fearing, right? I mean, it's not that I'm so senior in the last 10 years, I want exclusive first, no. I mean, they will do whatever it takes to get that story. And you are as good as your last story.